Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Welcome back to my crypto journey. If you want to join me and my crypto journey, be sure to smash that like button because we are live today with Terra Luna Classic, and people were saying it's dead, but it's actually back, and crypto is back overall on Google Trends, which is absolutely wonderful. This is absolutely perfect. But the thing we have to talk about is why people are buying Terra Luna Classic. Are they buying it just to have fun? Because we did see the Quan actually making a mistake, and either it's some theory-based coding analysis that was done, but we did crash Terra Luna Classic about 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago to be precise, to about $0 from $100. But this doesn't mean it's over, because Terra Luna Classic has now the support of a community. But why? People don't even realize the fundamentals that are actually happening with crypto right now and Terra Luna Classic. And the important thing here is it's really back. You know, crypto is back in a good way, and the reason why I'm so excited is because we have been waiting for Terra Luna Classic's revival for some time. While it saw 40% growth today, the actual utility behind Terra Luna Classic is still the same, just without the dollar. So it works, in my opinion, much better than the dollar, depegging the dollar. So what the Quan was trying to achieve is actually decentralize the whole cryptocurrency as pegging it to a dollar. So pegging Terra Luna to a dollar, yes, you can like redeem it and stuff like that. So that's what really crashed. It didn't crash Terra Luna Classic specifically, but it was actually a bug in the coding, to put it very simply. So the actual use case for Terra Luna Classic is still super strong, and that's what I love to see. It's still good, it's still the same, it still has developers, and the reason why people keep coming back is because it has a community. It has a community of like-minded individuals who basically want to see Terra Luna Classic succeed. They want to see Terra Luna Classic actually be back. Why? It's just not another token. It has tons of utility. That's why people want to be back. And the Quan actually did make 4 years ago his reasoning on Luna, which is now Luna Classic. So it did rebrand from Terra Luna to Terra Luna Classic, the old version, and the new one became Terra Luna 2.0, which is absolutely unbelievable. So it does seem like crypto is here to stay. And Terra Luna Classic, what do you guys think about it? Let me just show you this quick clip and let me know what you guys' thoughts are.
Blockchain projects are focused on other things like airdrops and Telegram rooms and things like that. So perhaps it should come as no surprise then why the numbers of the top decentralized applications are so abysmal. So in comparison, the largest mobile applications on Google Play and Apple App Store today are things like Facebook and WhatsApp and TikTok. So these companies add about 200 million in additional users every fiscal quarter. In comparison to that, if you take the top decentralized applications by daily active user numbers on Ethereum, Tron, and EOS, so these are guys like Prospectors, My Crypto Heroes, and EOS Knights, daily active users oscillate anywhere between 2,000 to 3,000 users per day. So if you take away airdrops and incentivize participation programs, I think it's pretty safe to say that nobody is using decentralized applications today, sadly. I know that most of you probably think that we're in the middle of a bear market, but I don't really understand how that can be true. Because if you were to apply traditional user number evaluation metrics to things like EOS and Tron, EOS, for instance, the unit value of an EOS user would be above $10 million. And given that Justin Tron is the only person that's using Tron, the unit value of a Tron user is $900 million, which seems pretty high to me. So insofar that you have blockchains that are not delivering any value, they shouldn't be valued anything at all, right? What I say is that the days of token prices that are not backed up by user fundamentals are over and gone. Going forward, we should stop asking projects how many followers that they have in their Telegram rooms. We should stop asking them when they plan to do airdrops. We should stop asking them how many Twitter followers that their founders may have. We should be asking them the one thing that matters, is how they plan to deliver the promise of their technology to millions and millions of users. So we're not there yet, but I think we're making some strong strides to make that happen. So we launched our payment gateway called Chai about 13 weeks ago, and I'm a little bit biased here, but we've been getting some phenomenal progress. I want to talk about first why that's the case. So Chai is actually pretty simple. It just does pretty dumbed down payments. Like in the front end, it's a fully licensed payment gateway. It integrates with 14 of the top 15 banks, 14 of the top 15 banks in Korea, such that the user doesn't only needs to pay in fiat and doesn't have to interact with crypto so much. But in the back end, it uses Terra's blockchain technology to solve some major pain points and problems for the merchants. So first, on the surface, Terra offers the same seamless user experience as mainstream payment applications. At registration, the only thing that the user has to do is to link one of their bank accounts to the Chai payment gateway, and then when they're buying something, they just need to enter a 6-digit PIN in order to complete the transaction. There's no need to worry about private keys or complicated wallet addresses, because users shouldn't have to worry about that. Users of the internet don't know how sockets work or how TCP/IP works. And we think this is going to be getting closer to what the end vision of blockchain is supposed to be, solving problems in the back end while causing no additional pain points for the user. But in the back end is where the real magic starts to happen. And I contend that Terra solves two of the biggest roadblocks to the adoption of digital payments in Asia and the rest of the world. So the first is slow settlement periods. In Korea, it takes a traditional gateway 5 to 7 days in order to settle a transaction. In Japan, it takes up to 10 days. In Southeast Asia, it takes up to 14. And slow settlement times have been one of the biggest problems for merchants adopting digital payments over cash in Asia. So if you're a taxi driver, for instance, you live day to day. You need the money from the sale of one day to be able to buy food and fuel the next. The same working capital problem persists if you're an SMB like a restaurant, for instance, because you need the working capital right away in many days to be able to buy ingredients, to pay off staff, and things like that. And simply having to wait multiple days for the transaction to settle is untenable to that goal. Terra settles in 6 seconds. So every block, for every transaction that has been made, we batch it up and then send it to the merchant so that they can have easy and early access to working capital.
So this is what Terra Luna Classic is really trying to achieve. It's trying to solve merchant problems. It's trying to speed up transactions. And that's what I love about Terra Luna Classic, that people just want to be and support the project with the power of the community. So the utility is still there. It's just not the Terra USD thing. The Terra USD to $1 thing, that's a completely different thing. That's what you have to realize. But the Quan here is very persistent with his wording, and this was posted 4 years ago. So today we see a total different change, and this was before Terra Luna was even big, when it was just starting out, when it was actually a startup. And to me, it's pretty surprising that the team is actually going forward, and there's a new team working on Terra Luna Classic. If you guys want more content like this, smash that like button.